Hey, y'all. Give you some time to get up in here. And in the meantime, I'm going to sage my space. Oh, shit. Now starting a fire. For those that are new here, welcome. I'm Amina Suma. I'm the Light Worker's Light Worker, a certified master spiritual life coach, intuitive guide, Neuro Linguistic practitioner, which just means I assist you with mindset shifting. And in the transition of 2025 into 2026, during my retreat trip, I will be practicing shamanism. Then I can add shamanism and rituals and ceremonies as a part of my repertoire. I'm a certified sacred ceremony practitioner. However, I want to add more to it. When I do something, I want to bring a different energy to it. So I want to do a little bit more homework. Hopefully y'all can hear me well. This shirt's collar requires my mic to be up higher. So hopefully you still hear the music, because what we're going to do is we're going to start with the S.T.E.A.M routine. We're going to start with some breath work because we need it. Y'all need it. This past week, I feel like has been more eye-opening than it has been tumultuous. It's like giving you a chance to see other people, the people around you. And I've been saying that it's just been a time this month for assessing the people you keep around you, the environments you allow yourself to be in, and the relationships that you accept. And I think this past week was eye-opening for that, in that it also gave you an opportunity to look and see how some of your behavior may be attracting in some of the people, places, experiences, and things that you don't really want to go through. So those that are new to this channel, when I work 100% ancestor energy. However, I'm connected to source and the ascended masters. But when my ancestors come through, see my shiny face and I ain't did nothing but sage, that's their energy. All right. So I sweat a little bit. Okay. But let's breathe. And I wasn't going to start with the S.T.E.A.M routine, but I want to start with the S.T.E.A.M routine because this is a ritual that you can use every morning to start your day. Okay. And what it does is it'll get you grounded and connected to the earth. It'll get you open to receiving abundance and prosperity and good energy. And it will clear your path of any obstacles that you might have in your mind that don't even exist. You know what I'm saying? Or any obstacles that anybody else tries to throw in your path. All right. It ultimately connects you to the all, to source, to all of your spirit guides, whoever you believe in. So I'm using this rhythm, danza. I always use danza for my S.T.E.A.M routine when I'm using live drums. I'm gonna put my sage down. And all you have to do is follow me. And please write in the comments if my mic is not picking up well, because I've never had it this high up on my neck. So I'm hoping that you can still hear the music. I'll turn it up a little bit. Not that it's necessary, but the drums help to ground your energy, okay? All right, so I'm gonna take it back a little bit. Follow me and breathe in. Taking love, light, and energy into those lungs and out. Releasing anything toxic in the body, in the mind, in the spirit. Breathe in. And out. Relaxing. Get some love from the earth. You can visualize water, sand, dirt, whatever is a cleansing energy representing the earth to you, and use it to clear your aura. Other side. Breathe as you do this and visualize. Gonna repeat that again. And breathe in. Take your time and out. The exhale should feel so relieving. Breathe in. And out. Feel as if as your hands move, you're clearing your chakras down the center of your body. Down to the earth. Scooping up some earth, some water, some sand. And clearing your energy. Visualize it pouring over your body. Other way. And remember, you can always do this, even if you can't bend down, as long as your arms and your visuals are in sync. Touch, step, touch, step, touch. Arms. And what you're doing is clearing out any other unnecessary things in your aura field. And sending them on their way. Now you're going to clear your path. Same feet. Open to receive your blessings. And visualize yourself moving obstacles. And however you feel, abundance appears to you in your mind as light, as money, as love. You see that raining down on you when you open to receive. Clear your path. Open to receive your blessings. Here, same feet. Gonna give some love to Mama Earth. And you're gonna take the love that Mama Earth gives to you and send it out into the universe. And the arms are simple. Bring that love into your heart and send it out. Mike said I can't do it. Your heart and send it out. Let me redo it. I knew this was going to give me trouble though, up this high. All right. Out. and in to the heart. Out to the world, in to your heart. Out to the world, get that love from earth into your heart. Out to the world, in to your heart. Now your feet change, step back, step. Of course, if you're doing S.T.E.A.M while seated, which is another aspect of my technique, you're only doing what I'm doing from the waistline up. Now we're giving love to the earth because she supports us without complaint. Is always abundant and giving. Walk with me, step, 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 step. Hands here, because you're going to simultaneously move energy, giving and receiving at the same time. Let's get some love for Mama Earth. Same feet. Pull it up into your heart center. And smile. That helps too. Dance with your ancestors who are always around in spirit. Give thanks to your spirit guides for guiding you here today. And of course, the Most High. Back to beginning. Back to beginning. Back to the beginning. Breathe in. And breathe out. This time open. Again, breathe in. And out. Again, in. When you get it up to the top, exhale and walk. This is the S.T.E.A.M mudra for opening up, walking in the light of the source, walking in the light of the Most High, God, Allah, Jah, Olodumare, Yahweh, Jehovah. And turn it in front. We surrender, we let go, and we let God. Bring your pinkies together. This is the hand mudra for service to humanity, which we light workers. That's what our purpose is here. Take it all the way up. But we are but vessels for spirit to fill and work through. And down. I needed that. That felt good. All right. Now let me wipe some of this sweat off my face, because Lord have mercy. I look like I took a full West African dance class. Why? Why do I look like that? Why are the ancestors all over me right now? Okay, so give me 1 minute, dry my face, and we're going to get into the intuitive guidance session. Oh, I don't know why I'm drying my face, because as most of you know, this is probably going to continue. The sweating, I mean. I'm almost scared to put my mic inside my shirt. I'm so sweaty. Okay. Let me bring my table over here. Okay. I'm going to bring the table over. hopefully you can see everything good. All right, guys, just trying to make sure y'all can see. Okay. All right. And I'm going to have to get up one more again because I know I'm going to have to bring the pals over here, but I'll do that when I get to that. All right. I would have liked to have been a little closer, but hopefully, everybody can see the cards when I hold them up clearly. If you're just joining us, you missed the STEAM routine, which is another reason why I'm sweating. But I also got, I'm an ancestor dancer. So when I move, here they come. Hopefully y'all can hear me. I'm about to put my mic back on and hope that my sweat doesn't complicate things. I'll put it right in the middle here. Okay. I guess I didn't think this out very well when I put this top on, that the collar came all the way up. Let me know if there is trouble hearing me. All right. I'll just scrap the mic. Let me drink a little water. So let's talk about this week's energy. I mean, we're starting off the week with a new moon in Virgo. And Virgo's energy will cause us to take real careful looks at the things we're doing, create plans, and not be so frivolous, especially with spending, who we spend time with, how we spend our money, and things like that. Virgo is gonna cause us. Sorry, I'm using one of my pants that was laying nearby, my leggings. I can't stop sweating. All right, and the TV I think is giving a weird hue to the side of my face. Let me turn this off. There you go. All right. Now, after all of that, right? And I still don't feel like my mic is going to be good here, but I'm about to just take the mic off. I don't know if it's going to make a big difference. Anyway. You guys, I cannot stop sweating, like dripping. Oh my gosh. All right. So, what does this mean for us? This Virgo moon, this new moon at the beginning of a new week. How I'm going to look at this is, because this is a combo of the weekly vibe and the new moon in Virgo forecast, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a day-by-day play for the week ahead. The vibe is going to come through moon-based cards, lunar cards, okay? And after that, we're going to get into the energy of the new moon. But right now, I want to see how this moon's vibe is going to affect this week. All right. And then, of course, we'll get into the pick a pal. But yeah. Whoa, gosh, man. I just want to stop sweating like this. Sorry if I hit the mic. I'm about to take this mic off, y'all. Hold on. Because this is not about to be stressing me out this whole time. Ugh. Okay. That's better because now I'm not going to be fidgeting with something the whole time. Hopefully you still hear me just as well. The thing with the mic is it kind of helps to block out other sounds, but my kids are still not home yet, so my oldest is asleep, so I'm straight. All right, let me get my glasses on and we're going to get right into it. Note to self. have a towel with one hand when I'm going to do lives, because I have my washcloth out here, but it's far. I'm not getting up and going over there again. All righty. Let's go. Okay, guys. I just want to, because I'm moving into the cards and into the channeled messages, I want to shift the energy. So just as I prepared the space for movement and breath work, I'm going to prepare the space for opening up intuitively, clearing any energy that is here that is not for the good, but I doubt there's any here not for the good. I only attract light. However, if there is any dark energies, we're clearing that energy out, because I'm opening up intuitively, fully, and I don't want anybody messing with my energy in that process. So I ask that my guides come through, and they always do. They never leave my side. But I also ask that the spirit guides, ancestors of those that will be coming for this session, they come in and they give the messages that need to be heard today. Okay? I'm going to put this down. I want to turn my AC up, but I'm scared I'm going to freeze my daughter out in the back. Let me get my washcloth one more again. Bear with me. I'm dripping, y'all. I can't take it. Oh my gosh. I have never sweat like this. Jeez. I feel like this is my ancestors laughing at me, because today I said I'm gonna put a little blue eyeliner on, try to match my outfit, put a little lip liner on. I don't see none of that. That was a waste of time, because as soon as I start the session, rain or sweat came down. Note to self, do not try to be makeup girl. Just don't when you got to do reads, unless you're gonna be sitting in an icebox. So I'm trying to think if I should get into the moon, the tips for the week ahead first. Yeah, I'm looking at my notes. It's just a little energy, vibe, shift. I think I am going to give y'all. I'll give you the 5 tips, then we'll go through day by day, and then I'll get the pick a pal. Boom. All right. So before we even look at the vibe of how each day is going to be affected by this new moon, let me give you 5 tips for harnessing this new moon energy, okay? I know my notes. I should have put them in front of me. Y'all wouldn't have known I was reading. I think I will do that. Okay. So, tip number 1 that this new moon energy is creating is one where you need to start to look at healthy routines. Getting rid of bad habits and replacing them with a healthy routine. Okay? Virgo is the energy of analyzing and finding practical steps where some people may like overdo stuff. And so what you want to do is find a practical, easy self-care ritual or routine that you can do that is easy. Like how I just did the S.T.E.A.M routine, I could do that 5 minutes every morning. And that's what you kind of need to do under this new moon's energy, is have some kind of healthy practice that you're putting into your life. And I mean, not temporarily, but for the long haul. Like whatever it is you start to do, or whatever the practice is that you decide to add as a ritual to do every day, it should be something that's simple, not something that's going to have you like, oh God, I have to do this. Something that makes you say, okay, I'm looking forward to this. Every morning I get to, do this. I sound far away. Do I still? I'm about to put my mic on. Hey, sunshine. Mm-hmm. And happy belated birthday. I'm going to try to put the mic back on then. Let me see. Let me try to use this mic. Okay, because I don't want to sound far. All right. I'm just going to have to sweat through it. I don't want to put it on my shirt. Is this better? I hope this is better. You can hear me better. Let's see. Okay. So, with that, number one, improve your health. Okay. That's the focus. Number one on my list of ways to harness your energy. Okay. Harness your energy. Harness the energy of this new moon in Virgo. Okay. Look at your health, where you can improve it, where you can add healthy habits and get rid of ones that you know are not good for you. No problem. Let me see. I could hook this on though. I'm so mad I didn't think this out when I put this doggone shirt on. I didn't realize. Honestly, I didn't. I didn't realize this collar came up this high until I put it on. I said, "Oh shoot!" It's like all the way almost a turtleneck. Okay. All right. So number two, awakenings are going to be causing major shifts in your life. So at this time, you want to be adaptable. You want to be flexible. So, and that's not to say major shifts that are going to be like bad. Sorry, me being nosy. My little sister lives across the street. Well, Sunshine, you know that. I was eavesdropping. She's leaving. Anyway, not eavesdropping. I was spying. So anyway, there's going to be awakenings that are going to cause major shifts. Like, and that's awakenings in us, in you, where you might be awakening to something and realizing like, hey, and this is an example. I'm not saying this is what you'll awaken to, but maybe you'll have an awakening like, I don't belong here anymore. I don't not here on earth. I don't belong in this environment anymore. I feel like I've outgrown it. I need to move. And when you get into that feeling, when you get that awakening, that the point is for you to act on it, which is why you have to be very adaptable at this time, because in Virgo new moon energy, you're going to be analyzing things and looking at stuff and seeing how it fits and if it doesn't fit. And that's the main vibe I'm getting for this light tribe. It's going to be creating practical rituals for health and spiritual work, and analyzing where you are in your life right now, who is around you, and where you want to go. It's going to be a time of really analyzing. I know at one point it was like assessing things. um do I want this around? Is this fitting me? Does this match what I want? Reassessing the stuff that you've already accumulated. Do I want to keep this in my energy? Do I want to let these people, this environment, these items go? But with analytical energy, it goes a little deeper. You're not just going off of your feelings, you're also including logic, where something just makes better sense. And that's not to say that Virgos tend to go off of logic rather than emotion, but what that sign's energy does allow you to do is to have a clear, uh, have a little bit more clarity. I don't want to say, but Virgos um, tend to fumble when they're dealing with their emotions more so than when they have to think of something on an intellectual level or think of it logically. For example, you have to think like, say, two people, they want to go out, they want to be together. Okay, this is just an example. Where someone else might be like, oh, and this is like exaggeration Virgo energy, but say one zodiac sign might say, oh wow, my heart really, I'm really in love with this person. The Virgo vibe will be like, they could love you, but it has to make sense. Like me and you together, if it don't make sense, it's not going to happen. It'll be more like if it makes logical sense for us to be together. For example, if this person is in the same line of work of you as you, if you're both into the same spirituality, if you're both growing together, that will work better that would be more conducive. And that's why you have to be adaptable at this time, because you have to be able to say that doesn't work, this does, and adapt. Get into line, get in line with what is working. Okay. And that's not to say to exclude feelings, it's to combine. That's the gift of Virgo energy, is being able to be in your feels, but to be able to connect to logic still, where a lot of different zodiac signs might have different ways of dealing with it. Like they'll say, my zodiac sign Aries, that we rush head in because we're about passion first and fiery energy. And then later we might be like, oh no, what did I do? But we're passion first, logic after. Then we're like, and then thinking, how do I feel? You know, a little backwards. But that's not to say everybody's like that. I'm just giving y'all stereotypical, you know, descriptions of the signs. But moving on to number 3. It's time to set powerful intentions, like powerful for what you want to achieve, and then start to write practical steps to reach it. Notice I said practical, not out of this world steps. Like, okay, I'm setting an intention to my intention in the next few days is to work towards becoming a millionaire. I'm setting the intention that I will be a millionaire and I will have enough money to share with my family and do the things I want to do in the world. That's my intention, right? However, the steps to do that, they have to be practical at this time. You can't just say, okay, I'm going to go out and I'm going to work like 6 jobs and I'm going to make this much this week and that week, so that by the end of this month, I'm going to make this much. And because without it being practical, you're not going to maintain it. This is a time where things have to be simple. And that's interesting because my husband, who is a Virgo, always says that about himself. Baby, I'm simple. I don't need all that extra stuff. I just simple, you know? And that's the Virgo energy. Is like, just give me what I want. I don't need all the little frilly extra, all this stuff. Just give me what I want. So it's like, and that's the Virgo vibe for this new moon. It's like setting your intention. This is what I want. This is what I want to manifest. And these are the easy steps to getting that. Okay. But if you try to set an intention and then want to just take leaps and jumps and wild moves to try to bring it in or try to force it to happen, that's not going to work. All right. So set powerful intentions for what you want to achieve, but have practical steps for how you're going to reach it. Okay. And that way you'll actually reach it. And that's a special note for you Virgos out there too. You will achieve and accomplish more things when you don't spend too much time in your head, because that's a Virgo problem. You'll sit and be like thinking. Oh, I missed my chance while I was analyzing things and trying to break it down and see if it makes sense. And this, you know, you want to, you don't want to get stuck in your head. Okay. You want to be able to have simple answers, simple results, not simple results, simple ways of getting to what you want, because that way your mind doesn't start to go, what am I do? What am I do? Your brain just goes, oh, step 1, I'm going to take 1 step today towards that intention. And it's a simple one. I'm going to make a phone call, talk to somebody that could actually help me bring this into manifestation, you know, things like that. All right. I think I made that one clear. Number 4, take care of the little details for plans and goals. This new moon in Virgo is going to show you where your plans are not 100% solid and whole. And so before you end up in a situation where, well, in Tarot, we call it a tower moment, where you thought you built something sturdy, but you knew it was kind of shaky, and now it's coming down around you. you want to make sure you see where your foundation is already shaky and start to like fix little things, make little plans to fix that. Uh, if I have a goal, detail how I'm going to reach that goal. This is a good energy to list. Listing is going to help you to make the moves and accomplish the things you want. Even if you're listing my to-do list for today, I'm going to wake up, wash up, eat, do my steam routine, um maybe call this person, write this, read this, whatever, but that type of vibe, okay? Because this is going to keep you not only able to focus on what needs to be done and check off as you're getting things done, but it'll also keep you from not over analyzing, like missing little things, not analyzing enough, missing details. All right. Where you'll be like, okay, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to do this and do that. We've been planning to go on this trip for this long. Let's just go. This would be a time where this vibe, this energy would cause you to have to go, hold on, y'all. Let's look at this trip itinerary. What are we doing this day? Okay, that day, how are we getting there? All right, we have a way to get there. We don't. We need to figure that out. Those are little details. Okay, so pay attention to those for the goals that you want to reach, but plan, plan the steps, simple steps towards them. And number 5, this new moon is going to open up doorways to intuition. If you've been wanting to connect more to your inner knowing, to your third eye chakra, this new moon energy is going to kind of heighten your intuition. So the hits you're getting, listen to them. This is also a good moon for finding an intuitive guide. That was creepy. Something I set up over in my little sacred space corner over there just moved. Yeah, something fell. And ain't nobody out here, ain't no wind, ain't no AC blowing nothing. I don't know what that was. But we're gonna take that as confirmation of what I was saying. So connect with an intuit or your intuition when things start to feel chaotic for you. Why? Because one, your intuition is going to steer you in the right direction, but finding an intuit as well, like me, I am available, will also assist you in feeling clear, feeling like you can trust your inner knowing. It's almost like getting confirmation. I mean, I go get readings. So, and I read. I'll read myself and then go and ask somebody else to read me just to confirm, because reading yourself, you could be kind of biased. You could look at cards and it could have a bad meaning, and you'll tell yourself, oh no, it actually means something good because you don't want to read nothing bad for yourself. So it's good to connect with it, intuit, or get into a workshop for increasing your connection to your inner knowing. Okay, good time for that. And it'll keep you from over analyzing at times, even though this is a time to kind of analyze things, but it'll keep you from over analyzing and trusting more in spirit and being guided. Okay, because that could also get in the way, like a Virgo trait. Once again, not saying all Virgos are like this. It's just a trait of the zodiac sign. Um, it can be a little difficult to, what's the word I'm looking for? Not trust your intuition. It's like, I think Virgos spend a lot of time, I find them so spending a lot of time saying, I already knew that was going to happen, or I saw that coming, or dag, I knew I shouldn't have did that, or damn, I knew I should have done that. Because even though you might connect to your intuition, Virgo energy can make you over nitpick what your inner self is telling you to do or where you're being guided. You might break it down a little too much, like, I'm feeling called to go in that direction, but why? What's over there? I don't know. How am I getting there? How long do I stay? How much is it going to cost? I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to do that, even though I feel called to, but there's so many other little things I need to look at. Now, yes, you should, it does say fine tune details and everything, but you don't want to block your intuition, your natural compass telling you which way to go. You don't want to block it by getting stuck in over analyzing everything. As y'all can see, analyzing is the key word for this new moon. All right. So on that note, let's look at the days. How is this new moon going to affect each day? I'm using a deck that's literally called the New Moon Tarot deck, but it's just dark. It's not really giving me moon energy, but what the heck? The New Moon Tarot, it's new moon. Use it. So we're going to use this tarot deck for each day, and then I'm going to get clarity using a deck called Black Moon Lilith, Cosmic Alchemy Oracle by Adama Cisse. I still feel like I'm a little far. I'm hoping y'all can see. Though, in all honesty, seeing the cards, it's really more for entertainment purposes because you get bored just looking at my face, yapping. So the cards is kind of not only for those who appreciate beautiful art, like myself. They're also to give me cues and hints. But I show them because sometimes, especially at a time where they're saying your intuition is going to be important, that you might get some intuitive hits. So what I think I might do, I'm gonna see if I could tilt the view down some so y'all could see a little better. Hold on. Oh shoot. Well, that didn't work. I forgot. Y'all, if y'all only knew how I set this up in my living room. Like my camera is behind my couch. And I just remember if I tilt it down, you're gonna see the couch. So yeah. I'm trying to figure out if I even need this light really. Because I could actually just move the camera closer to me, but you know what? That's that new moon energy. Oops, I'm crooked. That's that new moon and Virgo energy. I'm like over analyzing everything right now. Like that doesn't look right. That's gonna be good enough. And see what happens when you overdo something. Now I feel like my camera's not 100% straight, and I feel like I look even further. I don't feel like I improved anything. Now I'm mad at myself. Like, damn it, you should have left well enough alone. Let's get into this. Now the glasses go on. My reading glasses. Okay, I still feel like I look slanted. I'm trying my best to fight off adjusting the camera again. I can't do it. Y'all are probably like, lady, if you don't sit your ass down and pull these cards and stop playing. Hope that's better. That's going to have to be good enough. Okay. All righty. Finally. I know that's what I would be saying if I was y'all. Like, she finally getting to the cards. Let me take some deep breaths in and out as I open up my third eye. I want y'all to do the same so that you can get whatever intuitive hits you're meant to pick up from this session. You might hear things that it's a general read and it doesn't 100% fit you, but your inner knowing might connect and say, oh, this is how it fits me. Okay. Take a deep breath in through your mouth. Exhale. Relax. I feel anxious energy. Breathe in. Relax. Amina is getting to the card pulls and exhale. Take a deep breath in. And breathing into your heart center and exhale, letting go of anything that doesn't belong in that heart, opening up your heart space. One more deep breath in. This time, as you inhale, see indigo blue light at your third eye, in the center of your forehead, a little bit above the eyebrows. And exhale out. Ready to receive any messages that are meant to come in for you today. I love that little thing. Okay, so here we go. Let's get into it. So, of course, as usual, I start with today because, like I always say, we may have shifted the energy through the week and the vibe for today may be different. So, I always do Saturday and then I repeat it again the following week. So, today, what is the vibe for Saturday? Even though we're like already in the middle of the day, the Two of Cups. That's interesting. Two of Cups energy. Now, today having the vibe of the Two of Cups can mean many different things. I'm gonna get a little bit of clarity, but it really can mean many different things. It could mean it's a good vibe today for connecting to um, anyone that you truly feel like is your counterpart. So, or it's a good vibe day for going out and hanging out with somebody who it just feels like y'all are two peas in the pod, like somebody who is just like your twin. Okay, it's a good day for love. And it doesn't have to be romantic love. It could be love, family love. It could be friendship love. But it's a good day vibe for love, something you love or someone. And we have calcination, dark night of the soul. So the underlying energy of today's vibe could also really, really have you analyzing past pains, okay? Things that hurt you, things that have caused you to kind of harden. Well, let me show y'all the beautiful artwork. Things that might have caused you to harden, to um, close your heart up, to form a thick skin, may start to raise up. Now, I'm not going to lie. This week, I was getting in that energy. And this is card number 33. It's a master manifesting number with a number 2 card. So I do feel like there's a lot of good energy today with manifesting things that you want, especially if it's a partnership, a friendship, a relationship. It's a good day for that. However, you might find yourself having a dark night of the soul, period. It could be today, it could be in the evening. You might have woke up feeling it. And it's not to say you're going through a dark night of the soul, which for those who don't understand what that is, in easy, simple terms, it's kind of like shadow work. Um, Working on that inner child, looking at your inner toxicities, looking at your inner greatness, and just finding a way to alchemize them or understand your dark side and your light side. Everybody has a dark side. People try to say, no, some people don't. Nope. Everybody does have that little dark side. It just means you don't feed that energy that much if you always seem to be light and bright. And so today, there may be an energy where you could start to feel like things that have bothered you could start to raise up, things that you suppressed. I know for me, one of the things I noticed this week that I've been suppressing for a long time is oh, my stomach is growling. God, please don't let that pick up on the mic. And I ate this morning. Oh, good. It said lunchtime, honey. But anyway, hold on. One of the things I've had to work through is feeling underappreciated. And that could be for everybody here, could be feeling that. At some point in your life, you felt unappreciated. And I think that has been something I've always suppressed. That has been something that I've always been like, it's all good. Oh, you don't do things so that people will appreciate you and show gratitude. You do it because you want to do it. However, you know, in everything in this universe, at least, um, it has to be a balance. So when anything is out of balance, it's going to fall. And that goes for humans. If we are not feeling balanced, we start to teeter totter. So I'm sorry, y'all. They are on it today. These ancestors, you guys, spirits is like, they need this. It's crazy. All right. So anyway, so what this could mean is that today you might find yourself looking at those type of wounds, feeling underappreciated, where you might have feel guilty for something you did, or shamed for something you did, or worry that you've suppressed. You might find some of these things coming up for you to address and face, to realize this is what I feel, and really figure out like a healing ritual or something you could do to kind of curb that feeling and not allow it to overtake you, you know? And so that's the vibe for today. I'm so, y'all, if y'all only knew, I feel like I'm sitting here under a waterfall or taking like a shower live on YouTube. To think I ain't even get up to the pick a pal yet. So get yourself something to eat, get yourself something to drink, non-alcoholic beverage preferably, and sit tight. Okay. So that's today's vibe, heavy energy, but it feels good. It's like really figuring out what is your match, what is your calling, what is your purpose, who is your partner, your twin, your match. And in doing that, it could raise up other fears and things that you've suppressed. Okay? So just be aware of that and be prepared if you have to meditate, visualize, and do what you have to do. You could go to my playlist, S.T.E.A.M meditations and visualizations, if you need something to help you understand why certain feelings and emotions are starting to surface. All right. Sunday, we got the moon coming through. Y'all gonna have to give me a little bit more than just the moon, because the moon has a lot to do with intuition, but it also can speak of emotions that are suppressed. And with it right side up, it's not reversed. So it's not talking about these emotions surfacing out of nowhere, but it is saying that tomorrow's vibe could kind of feel like you have to really follow your intuition. You might just feel like the vibe is like that of listening to your intuition is all out there repeating to me, like, listen to your intuition. Moving into Sunday, it's going to be a powerful guide. But there's something with tomorrow that it's like they're not being 100% clear. The eyes of the moon are closed, so it makes me feel like there's a vibe tomorrow for something that could be kind of surprising, maybe. And it doesn't feel negative. Well, let me get clarity before I say that. Saturn, age, reality, and discipline. Okay. So Saturn could be a little rough when you get Saturn coming through, because what Saturn does is my stomach growled again, y'all. Let me get something to snack on. I'm sorry. It's no way. This has been a crazy session today. Like, everything in this mother trying to get in the way of what I'm doing right now. But anyway, Saturn has to do with life shifts, overcoming obstacles, and things like that. So there is an energy. Sorry about this. I just want to stop my stomach from growling. I'm covering the mic. I hope you're not hearing my punch. It's so ghetto. Okay. So Tomorrow, something may happen that can cause a shift, a life change. So the energy for Sunday is if you want to do anything that requires you to change a habit or an aspect of your life to in order to rebuild something anew, tomorrow's a good day to do that. It's a good day to get disciplined. So if you want to stop a bad habit, if you want to change your whole lifestyle, tomorrow would be a good vibe, good energy to do it because you have the planet of Saturn coming through, and that's a planet of discipline. But just make sure, discipline and structure, just make sure that tomorrow you don't start some kind of ritual, I'm gonna, or like cutting a bad habit, or whatever intention you set, be sure you're going to see it through, because Saturn is an energy of when you are not disciplined or you're not following uh the structure or the plan or the, the way forward as you should or as you have said you were going to. Saturn is the planet of, I don't want to say punishment, but consequence. So make sure that if you do begin any new, like say a healthy regime, I'm going to start working out every morning. And then by Monday, you're already like, "Ugh, I don't do this." Something could, like the energy of Saturn is, you'll see something or feel something that'll let you know, like, yo, get back to exercising. Okay. That type of thing. So that's for tomorrow. That's Sunday. That's the vibe. All right. Now, I'm also hearing for Sunday. It's a good day to just kind of withdraw a little bit, rest if you can. I'm hearing like it's a good day to rest, pull your energy back, and just chill. Okay. Don't try to do too much. Monday's vibe. Well, okay. 5 of Wands. That's why we got to relax and chill on Monday. All right. So 5 of Wands energy is coming in for Monday's vibe. So you might find, I don't know why I showed these cards. It's just a jar with crystals in it, but maybe you'll feel something. But Monday's vibe is letting me know that is showing me that there's a chance to end up in a competitive like energy on Monday. You might either find yourself looking at competition or feel like competition is coming for you. And that could be in your career, that could be in your family, that could be in your relationships. It's just something with petty conflict, not fierce and real. This is like petty, like maybe people jealous of you, maybe I don't know, stuff like that's the first and only thing that came to me was jealousy. So you could have that vibe in the air Monday. The thing I'm hearing for advice is like, don't put all your business on Facebook on Monday. The vibe for Monday and Sunday is kind of like pull your energy back and get into this new moon in Virgo energy of analyzing for a minute. Like, don't put your business out on Monday. Don't be saying like, oh, about to go on vacation to Africa or whatever like that. You're going to pull in energy of jealousy. And that's not to say you got to spend your life running from haters, but that is to say is you don't want to call in the energy though. You don't want to be intentional like, look at me, hate. You don't want to do that. You want to just celebrate the things that are great that you're doing. But Monday is saying it's a cork on the top of the bottle of these crystals, and it makes me feel like just hold it down. Don't share everything Monday. For clarity, we have conjunction, becoming whole again. This is giving me that same Two of Cups energy. Like two people, two things coming together. So what I'm hearing for Monday's vibe is that it is a good vibe for opposites coming in. Like, I won't say opposites, but yeah, it's like two opposite energies, but somehow a match. So you might find, I hope y'all didn't hear that. My stomach is playing with me right now, y'all. Ah, so I don't know why it's so angry. I had a full meal. This joint is like hangry right now. I hope I make it do pick a card. Okay. Monday's energy is good for something that was broken apart to come together again. So with this Five of Wands, I'm also hearing it's a good day for mending or healing relationships that might have been broken. And it feels like something becoming, like it says, whole again, like maybe a relationship. If you and someone broke up, you're still interested, Monday's a good day to try to bring you guys back together. If I'm trying to think of another example. Maybe you were working somewhere, you left that job, you kind of miss it. Monday's a good day to bring it back in. So, but it feels like things that might have ended because of petty stuff, not anything serious. Monday's not a day for like this person ripped your heart out, stomped on it, and did a tap dance, and now you're going to try to get back whole with them again. No, it's saying something that you actually um, are still kind of feeling connected to and called to. A relationship, a place, a job. It's a general read. You have to see where it resonates for you. Tuesday's vibe. Ooh, why did all of that jump out? I'll put this here. It might need to clarify. So Tuesday, we have the Three of Wands. Tuesday is a good day for planning and preparing for your goals to manifest. Because with the Three of Wands, that's the energy that your ship is coming in. Whenever you see the Three of Wands, think of that. My ship is about to come in, but I don't see it yet. That's the Three of Wands. So the vibe for Tuesday, it may be a feeling of, I feel things shifting and happening in my life, but I don't really see it. But I feel it. I see that things are changing, but I don't really see it changing yet. It's a day to plan because the change is coming. It's coming in. All right. I'm gonna see what these other cards are saying that jumped out with it. The Two of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles. All right. So something with Tuesday's vibe. It's like, and you got Three of Wands and the Three of Pentacles. Some of you may find that by Tuesday, either, and it's just butterflies. I don't know why they use butterflies for this, or moths, but the Two of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles, it speaks of maybe you do or been doing a lot of things. Some of us here may have more than one thing going on in our life: parenthood, work, being a student, trying to raise kids, whatever it is. And on Tuesday, you're gonna see that you're able to balance. You can do more than one thing. However, I am hearing it's gonna come to a point where you are gonna have to kind of narrow things down. I feel like this is a multi-talented as well as burdened group where you have a lot of responsibilities. And Tuesday, it's gonna be time to take a look at them and see which ones you can maintain the juggle and which ones is like, no, this has to go on the back burner. Now, the Three of Pentacles, it's also letting you know that it's a good day for asking for help. If you need assistance with something, asking for people to help you. As well, it may also be a day where you find you're being recognized. Now, see, I just said how my own dark night of the soul, was feeling unappreciated all last week, was where my mind was. And now Tuesday is like, well, you might get some recognition. People might actually be like, hey, you know. So as Tuesday's vibe, let's get clarity from the oracle. And it says the moon, intuition and emotional healing. So I am getting, somebody don't want y'all to get this message out there. I swear I've never had this many interruptions during a session ever. Like even when my kids are here, I ain't never had this many interruptions. Okay. Intuition and emotional healing. Let me make sure my mic still is in place. So Tuesday, it's a good day for really looking at where you are, where you feel. I mean, where you feel, how you feel. Okay. Maybe there have been things that you've been wanting, you've been waiting for to manifest. And it could be that when you didn't see it come in at the time you expected it, might have been a little bit might have hurt you somewhat. And therefore, you could have a little emotional healing that's needed around certain opportunities that didn't come in or didn't manifest or you didn't get to experience. I just feel Tuesday is going to be a day where you're going to start to feel like I see things moving, but you may need some assistance. You may need to ask people to help you. You may need to ask for some help. Especially with this card is showing what looks like two women helping each other. One is helping the pregnant one, like a mama daughter almost energy. So Tuesday is a reminder. It's like these cards are literally saying what I said for the 5 tips. Intuition, connect with an intuit or your intuition, and when things feel chaotic. And so Tuesday is saying your intuition is going to be very high. Listen to it, and also take the time to listen to your emotions and do the healing work there as well. Around what it feels like you may have emotional work to do around is disappointment. When you were expecting something to go one way and it went the other. So there may need to be some emotional healing around things that disappointed you. Good Lord, Tuesday. Can we get to Wednesday now? The vibe for Wednesday. Tuesday gonna have some energy, I see. Wednesday, we have the 10 of Wands. It did come through reversed. Now, the 10 of Wands usually speaks of someone carrying all the burdens, responsibility, feeling overwhelmed. But it's reversed. So maybe on Tuesday, you do look and ask for someone to help you with something or assist. Because, and I said this collective feels like the overburden has so many responsibilities, no help really type of the group. I feel like this group gets support, but I feel like we have a lot of responsibilities or people that depend on us. And this 10 of Wands reverse on Wednesday is showing like there is a release of some burdens. It still talks about feeling overwhelmed and burdened, but it's not the same as if it was right side up, where it means we're literally going to be struggling. By Wednesday, you might start to feel like either delegating responsibilities to help you out, or just like I said, analyzing what stays and what goes and cutting down some of the things that you're responsible for. Clarity for Wednesday, we have putrefaction. Oops, sorry. Putrefaction, shadow release. That's interesting. We start off with Dark Night of the Soul, and then we have shadow release on Thursday. And it really feels like with I said releasing and letting go of some burdens and responsibilities, it's almost like a rebirth, like shedding an old skin, letting go of something that you might have been carrying the weight of something for a very, very long time. And this is a skeleton. I don't know if y'all could see it very well, but he has a crown on, and it's like he has shed it. And now is able to ascend and elevate your energy now. So I do feel that by Thursday, the energy is going to feel very light, like not light, but it's going to feel like it's lightning. It's a good day for, like I said, letting go of some of your responsibilities, delegating, and really letting go of that. Not even letting go, but understanding your shadow, the part of you that allows yourself to be overburdened, and then you get pissed off about it, but you allow it. So that's going to be something you're releasing. You might feel like you're releasing that on Thursday, and it's a good day to do that. All right. I'm sorry, on Wednesday. That's why I said, let me count the days again. How'd I get to Thursday? Now we at Thursday's vibe, which is always an interesting day of the week for me because on Thursdays is when I get to be able to do my work and my kids are, watched. And it's the only person that takes my kids and gives me a moment and sometimes does not even want to do that. But I'm hoping Thursday this week is going to show that I get a little rest. I'm sorry, I'm being selfish. That we all get some rest, right? Some rest and help and assistance. Okay. Vibe for Thursday. And this is an interesting week for me because the week ends with me teaching 2 workshops. Okay. In person. Yeah, guys, I have not done a STEAM workshop in person yet, and I'll be doing it in Asheville, August 30th and the 31st at the Boomtown Festival, 11:15 a.m. to 12:15 a.m. both days. Look it up online. It has a website, and you can get a pass and everything to get in. I think it's free, but VIP passes get you into all of the shows and things going on. Sorry, cheap plug. Okay. Thursday. What? Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. That was Thursday. No, I'm sorry. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Whoo, Amina. All right. Thursday's vibe. We have the star. I love seeing the star card. It has a lot to do with faith, belief, wishes. And what I'm getting for Thursday is the vibe is going to be good for something you really want to manifest to come in, but you have to maintain faith. Thursday is going to be a day where you can get rewarded for something you never gave up on, something you knew, like you always trusted, not something you can give up on in yourself, something you knew that God or your guides, you knew that it's going to happen. I'm not seeing it, but I feel it and I know it's coming in. That is likely to manifest by Thursday. And also Thursday is a good day for praying, setting intentions, and getting into alignment with what it is you really, really desire. All right. Yay, Thursday. All right, let's get clarity first. Black Moon Lilith in Scorpio. Sexual alchemy. Is that what some of y'all praying and wishing for? Y'all having sex droughts? So the vibe for Thursday, you may also be, yeah. I'm also going to read from the book for you for that. I don't know, Spirit saying go to the book. So I will. All right, Black Moon Lilith in Scorpio. Oh, okay. And these Black Moon Lilith cards are for shadow work. So a lot of them are going to be showing you how to, what you need to heal as far as in your shadow and stuff. So for example, this card here, Dark Divine Feminine Shadow Work. Heal your divine feminine sexual magnetism by releasing any shame you have around this primal side of yourself. Incorporating moments for self-pleasure, sex magic, and self-love can help you navigate it. So you may find yourself really, really getting in tune with your sexual side, your sexual desires, your sexual needs, as well as I keep hearing sensuality, wanting to express more of a divine feminine. And that's not, if you're a masculine, masculines have their way of being sexy and so and sensual. I mean, people always think sensual in a feminine way, but there's something with being soft masculine than always having to be aggressive hard masculine. Okay, so yeah, you may be finding that Thursday these feelings may be creeping up. Okay, it says it's time to dive deep into your darkest shadow. Tap into your sexual power and magnetism to heal. And they have dark divine masculine shadow work. You have a deep sense of power, but it's important not to control others with it. Practices like breath work and solitary meditation can help integrate any crisis you have experienced in life. Because Black Moon Lilith and Scorpio is both challenging and rewarding when integrated. All right. When Black Moon Lilith is in Scorpio, you can experience sexual trauma, power struggles, or crisis, which can create suffering in the present. As a result, you may repress difficult events, leading to conflicts and challenges. This can also affect your personal power as you tend to give it away to others when you're not careful. We can see this manifest in the life of an actor such as Johnny Depp, who grew up with an abusive mother. You can alchemize this dark energy into light through shadow work, practicing boundaries, and releasing the past. So there may be a whole lot of things coming up Thursday in regards to sex, your experiences with sex. Some of you may have, I feel like even I'm seeing menstrual cycles, um, things like that coming up for Thursday. All right. But I'm just going to focus on that star energy and stay faithful and true to the things that I have been praying to manifest. So let's move into Friday. Friday, we have the Seven of Cups. Many options Friday. You might be feeling like, oh my God, all these different cups, and I don't know which one to choose. All right. So I don't know what Friday's bringing in that is going to have us possibly feeling like so many choices. But when you get the Seven of Cups, it can sometimes speak of, hey, Mike. Wow, you're here. Or you popped in. Anyway, so Friday, yeah, Seven of Cups. It's going to be a lot of options. You might feel like, I don't know which one I want to do. So let's get some clarity. We got Adama, Mother Earth coming through. Wow. Okay. Okay. So this is not clearing up the options. I'm going to look real quick at this one too. What are they saying with this Mother Earth? Oh, oh shit. Abundance is on its way and it's time for you to receive the world. When Adama shows up in an oracle reading, it's a sign from your guidance system and the universe that your wishes are well on their way. And that's interesting. So what I'm getting, we got the star energy, wishes and all this stuff, keeping your faith, things coming in. Okay. If you kept the faith, and then the next day, all these options. So maybe there's a lot of things we've been praying for and wanting to see manifest. And then by Friday, you might be feeling overwhelmed as things start showing up for you to choose from. Okay. But yeah, it's a sign of abundance. So it's like having a whole lot of options that are going to look good to you coming in all at one time. Something you planted is going to grow. But look at that big ass tree. It's huge. So it's like, what branch? Where do I focus? Which one do I take? So you might find yourself Friday stuck trying to make a choice between a whole bunch of different things. But just know there's going to be one. With this tree here, it's going to be one. That's the one you're supposed to choose. They're not giving really any tips, just has something to do with abundance and prosperity. So I do feel like it's going to relate possibly to work or your career in some way. Okay. Whew. I like this energy. All right. So let's wrap it up by the next Saturday's vibe. And we have the 10 of Pentacles. Now, that's a dope card to have. It did come out reverse. And I don't know if that's because I slid it out that way. But because I'm unsure, I'm going to give you both energies that I'm picking up with the 10 of Pentacles here for Saturday next week. Some of you may be feeling like you're going from poverty to creating generational wealth. There's something next Saturday that is going to shift financial dynamics. It could put you into a space where you're doing something that's going to go for the long haul, or maybe you start something Saturday that is going to build like a legacy for you that you'll be able to keep doing. But there's a financial shift that's happening Saturday. Some of you may find yourself literally feeling like you're going from rags to riches. Others of you may find yourself saying, I found what's going to take me to my riches. Because on Friday we got abundance and prosperity is ours, and then Saturday we get the tarot card of abundance and prosperity. There's something coming in next weekend. Okay. Hey, that's when I teach. Ah. Okay, I'm sorry. That was terrible. All right. And for clarity, it says Black Moon Lilith in Libra. You deserve balance. Wow. And so it does feel like justice coming in on Saturday. What you've done, what you put out into the world, you're going to see it coming back. And I just want you to notice that someone's holding the scales of justice. All right. So it's letting me know that the energy for Saturday is going to be one where it feels like things are coming into balance finally. And I am saying finally, after feeling underappreciated, by next Saturday, you're going to feel like, wow, screw everybody who didn't help me, screw everybody who didn't see me and this and that, because something new is coming in, and it's going to be a reflection of you, like what you've done, what you put out there. Okay. I'm sorry, y'all. Don't kill me for being nosy. I'm always looking out my window like, who that? All right. So that's the week vibe. That's how the new moon in Virgo is going to be affecting this week's energy. And it's great because it looks like it leads us to a space of abundance. But be careful Friday, because one thing about the Seven of Cups is that you get a bunch of options, but you have to make a choice. Not making a choice, hesitating too long can make you miss a major opportunity. All right. So just know that this week is going to be heavy on intuition, listening to that inner knowing, listening to your guidance. Okay. So at this point in the session, I would say y'all should get something to drink, because I am going to go right into the pick-a-pile. Or you could always come back later and watch the recording. But I'm going to go into the pick-a-pile now. So I'll be bringing the piles over. They're set up on my other table where I usually do my reads, but I'm going to try to bring them over here without messing everything up, knocking them over. So give me 1 minute. Okay. We got pile number 1. Ooh. Pile number 2. And pile number 3. Okay. All right, that went better than I thought it was going to go. When I came up with that, like, oh, I'm going to just put them there and then I'll bring them over. I said, that don't sound like it's going to work, but it did. Have faith. Okay, so we got 3 piles to choose from. I have not looked at the top card for each of them yet, so we'll be looking at them together, but you're also going to choose by the pyramids. Also, please take time now while you're here to like the video. If you're new to this channel, subscribe so that you get notified whenever I'm live. We welcome you into this family of light. I consider myself more of an intuitive guide and light worker than a psychic, and stuff like that. But, join us. Okay. Pile number 1 is this selenite crystal pyramid. I'm sorry, I'm looking at I think I just saw my nephew running through the garbage, dumping the garbage. Okay. Selenite pyramid. And the top card says cords, bondage. Yeah, it says cords. If you feel drawn to this card, your message will be in pile 1. Pile 2 is this obsidian crystal pyramid. Black obsidian. If you feel drawn to that pyramid. And this card, which says Vocis Magicae. Yeah, it's written like that. Vocis Magicae. Oh, Lord. I'll probably have to be in the book for this card. All right. And this is the card for pile 2. So if you feel drawn to this card, then your messages are in pile 2. And lastly, we have a red jasper pyramid. Red jasper crystal. Trying to put it up in the white background so you can see it better. And the top card Pharmakia. Yeah, it says Pharmakia. If you feel drawn to this card, I'm hoping you can see the images. I'm going to bring this one a little closer. Yeah, if you feel drawn to this card, then your message is in pile 3. All right, get right into it because we have been here long enough, and I know y'all are like, let's go, lady. Sheesh. I would like to do something on my Saturday rather than sit here and look at you. Okay. That's pile 3. I'm so not used to, I still got to get used to doing this facing the camera rather than it over me. All right. So pile 1. I'm going to try to keep these really quick, sweet, and to the point so that people aren't waiting forever for their piles. And don't just pick a pile. Like, I'm going to pick pile 1 because I want to hurry and get this over with. If you feel drawn to it, do it. But if not, don't. All right. So my pile 1ers. If you're drawn to pile 1 and this selenite crystal, this new moon, I feel like, well, I'm not even going to go into it because the top card has something to do with an intention. Okay. So I'm already seeing that you're getting some kind of cleansing, some kind of healing, some kind of relief is coming in for you under the energy of this new moon. Maybe you've been feeling like you need a cleanse. Maybe you feel like you have toxic habits that you need to stop, people around you, but there's an energy of cleansing. Selenite crystal is a cleansing energy. crystal. So like it's a crystal that you can put other crystals around and it'll cleanse the energy of those crystals. And I feel like you are my ones. There's something about you being a light, like a beacon, and you attract in a lot of moths. And some of the moths are butterflyish, and some of those moths are just there to eat up your clothing. So what this is letting me know is that this new moon is going to let you see, be able to differentiate on those that you're attracting in with your energy and how to repel what you don't want. Or what comes in, learning how to shift its energy. That's what selenite does. Maybe you'll figure out how to clear the energy of something that is dark. But it just really lets me know you're going to get some kind of cleansing and healing this I feel like for this week. So I'm going to put your card chords to the side because that's last, and let's get into this. So what awakening will this new moon reveal for my power ones? We have a fiery climax approaches with full moon in Aries. Meditate and contemplate, new moon in Pisces. So you got full moon and a new moon. Interesting. I'm going to face my way because I can't read these upside down. Okay. And make time for self-love, last quarter moon in Libra. New moon in Leo. Shine. So the awakening that this new moon is going to reveal to you is where you're dimming your light and where you need to uh just trust the process. I'm here with a fiery climax approaches. You might have been doing something that maybe you started because that's Aries energy, full moon in Aries. So it's like you're doing something without seeing where it's taking you. They're trying to assure you that you're going to have an awakening soon where you're going to realize things are about to like really take off. And it's time for you to really shine. It's time for you to stop dimming your light. And that's not to say you have to be a public figure. That's meaning in life in general. There's people who just dim their light, people who just try to make other people feel comfortable and not take up space. And they're telling you you're going to have an awakening this week where you're going to realize I ain't been taking up enough space. I need to step up and show them, step up and show them, like who I am. And in that sense, you're also going to have an awakening. And I feel like your awakening is going to come through meditation. Meditating, contemplating, thinking about things, analyzing is going to help you this week. But you're also going to be having an awakening about how much time you don't set aside for self-love, for loving on you. And you might start to feel like I need to focus more in that area. All right, what else for my ones? All right, where do you need to focus on right now for self-improvement? Because that's a goal of Virgo as well, is to always be improving, bettering yourself and not staying in the same spot. That's like the worst pain for Virgo energy is to feel stagnant, like nothing's moving. And I'm learning men, Virgos now married to one. And he has to constantly tell himself little by little, little by little, little by little, because if he doesn't see something moving, sometimes he gets into a panic. Like, we got to reanalyze, do everything over again, figure something out. And maybe my energy has gotten him to be more like, okay. In French, we say petit un petit. Doni doni in malinke. Little by little, things will be, it's going to come in. Okay. Anyway, where do you need to focus on self-improvement? We have darkness, long night moon. And two cards. One says love and the other says forgiveness. Love and forgiveness. So they're blunt with you guys. Where do you need to focus on self-improvement, self-love? I'm hearing when I see love, I feel like love of self, as well as healing that heart chakra. This pal here, you might have had a lot of wounds. So what is wrong with me today? So you might have a lot of experiences with heartbreak and disappointment. And that could have been what caused you to start to dim, not be out there like that. But you have to remember to love on yourself, and you have to remember to forgive. That's a part of healing. And this pal, I'm getting you struggle with forgiveness. That's something that you need to focus on at this time. And with darkness here, you also need to realize that the dark is not forever. Long night moon. Maybe you feel like you go through a dark period right now and you can't see the way forward. You can't, or you see the way forward, but you can't see what's at the end of your path or your journey. It's like traveling blind. And they're saying you have to get into a more of a positive mindset. With this bunny rabbit here, which represents abundance and luck at the beginning of the path, you can still see, though there's an eclipse happening, there is a light showing the way forward. What you have to improve, my ones, is looking for the light and not focusing on the dark. Okay? Looking for the light. Seeing that you are not totally alone and left in the dark, that there is always a way forward, some form of guidance. Okay. All right, my ones. What new beginning does this moon bring you? Okay. You have germination, trust in and fully embrace the emerging path to who you truly are. So you're going to get a new beginning as to who you are. I just feel like you're rebranding yourself. You're going to be it's like you're coming to a point where you're embracing your experiences. You're embracing who your experiences have created you to be. And yeah, there's a new path opening for you that's going to be based on who you are now, who you have become, who you are growing into. Okay? And we're always growing, which I hope we always are. And you also have Scorpio with investigate. And when I see Scorpio energy, it lets me know transformation, big transformation. So this is just letting me know you're getting your new beginning is a new beginning. The new beginning that's coming in for you this week, it feels like you are going to be investigating and looking more into where you need to change and transform for your own happiness. And that way you can rise up out of this new moon's energy, renewed and yeah, on the path to who you truly are, as the card said. So let's take a look at something coming in the next 7 days that's going to surprise my power ones. We have Seven of Pentacles. Something you've been planted is going to grow. You're going to start to see it growing. That's in the next 7 days, okay? We have Judgment. It's like some kind of epiphany or an awakening coming in for you this week, my ones. And Eight of Pentacles. So something with your career in the next 7 days is you're gonna see a surprise. Like you planted a seed, you kind of forgot about it, you kind of nurtured it, but you said, I ain't seeing nothing coming out of it. Something's gonna happen. This Judgment card, it's like I don't know what you're gonna be doing this week or what you've been doing. It feels like you've been clearing your muck. Like this power is giving me self-love, learning to forgive. It's like you've really been clearing out your energy. And for that reason, I think you're getting this judgment call where you're going to realize, and so will others, that you are a master at something, or you are very, very knowledgeable, and very good at something you do for a living or something you do for a hobby that you love to do. Surprise, this week you're going to probably either get like a job offer, a raise, a promotion, or you're just going to see the fruits of your labor in something start manifesting. Lastly, my ones, an intention that you should set at this time that'll manifest. Well, that's your first card, which is cords, and it says bondage, all right, at the bottom. And you need to set an intent to free yourself from the things that are limiting you, that make you feel stuck, that make you feel like I can't shine, I can't do make time for myself to love on me. I can't forgive. You know, the things that make you feel stuck and trapped, you need to set an intention to free yourself from them. And lastly, Dag, are you a Scorpio? Are y'all Scorpios, my ones? Or y'all just going through huge changes because you got Scorpio again? And it says transformation, a change in your emotional life. So set an intent to really transform. You would like, I would say, I intend to change the way I react and start responding more to things that are happening to me. There's something with your emotional responses and stuff that needs to transform how you love on yourself, as well as your compassion and ability to forgive others. All right. That's what I got for you, my ones. Moving on to pile 2. I hope that this did resonate with you. If you didn't click the like already, please do so now. Give me a thumbs up. Commenting helps me connect deeper with your spirit team. So if you want this to feel more personalized, when you choose your pile, remember to put the number in the comments or comment after, as I'm doing the card pulls. It'll help me connect to your energy. Also, read that description. I think I did set it up and I put all the information in for you guys to register for the retreat. Yeah. All right. And I'm going to be repeating it. So good luck. Pile 2. Anyway, my ones, if this is where our journey ends for today, peace, blessings, and all that good stuff that comes from being a part of this family of light. All right. Love y'all. Pile 2. Those that were drawn to the obsidian, the black obsidian pyramid. My 2s, you're very, very, very protected. If you ain't been feeling that way, you should. You're very protected in the spirit realm. Like, if you felt like you have bad luck, trust it probably could have been worse. Like, you're really covered so that certain things are not going to get but so bad for you, is what I'm hearing. So that should give you some hope. That doesn't mean go out and act crazy because you're like, it ain't going to get but so bad for me. I'm covered. But, it is saying that this pile here, you can possibly mingle. Not saying do it, but you can mingle with in the dark and hang with the light. Meaning you can hang out with people who would be considered the dark side, people who aren't spiritual at all and are only concerned with material wealth and what they could get and they don't care how they get it. And you can still sit amongst those who pray and meditate and fit in. Not to say you're a chameleon, but you're covered. You're like anointed with something that makes it so that you can work in both energies and not have yourself become dark. So your top card that you chose was Vocis Magicae. And I'm definitely going to be in the book for this one because I'm like, it has something to do with your voice, magical voice. Maybe this is my pal of singers, spoken word artists, or people who are just meant to speak in some way. The bottom of the card says raising power. Yes, deep card. All right, we go to that last. Let's go. My pal 2s, what awakening will this new moon reveal? So pile 2, you have full moon in Pisces, balance, spirituality, and practicality. I kept talking about practical rituals. Well, pal two, you're going to have an awakening, or you're going to realize today, it is the new moon today, that you need to find a way to balance your spirituality in your life. You have to find a way to include it, to make time for meditation, to make time for prayer, to make time for doing spiritual work. Like maybe if you have an ancestor altar, or if you do candle burning rituals, things like that. All right, it's time for you. You're going to have like some kind of awakening that makes you want to become more connected to your spirit, to spirit, to the spirit realm, in a sense. You also have it's time to release negativity, full moon in Scorpio. Lots going to be revealed to you guys, my twos, this week, because you got double full moon energy. So things are going to be, you're going to have these awakenings like, hey, I need to be a little bit more spiritual. I need to meditate more. I need to pray more. And I need to release some negativity. And that could be mindset or people. So watch the things, the people you talk to. Do they always speak negative? Those are the people that you need to stop. Not saying don't talk to them ever again, but because you are protected, you are covered. However, just knowing, you're going to have like an awakening to like, oh, that's who it is. Or those are the people I need to watch my energy around. Or I'm constantly thinking negatively. That's why I'm attracting negative stuff. It's like those type of revelations you're going to have this week. You also have clear your mind. Last quarter moon in Gemini. It's like they're really pushing you to release. I am seeing you might feel awakened to travel somewhere. I don't know. Like this power's giving me going to a mountaintop, going to a lake, somewhere where you could just clear your mind, because I feel like that's where you're going to have a huge awakening. Somewhere you go to relax, to clear your mind amidst nature. And you're going to have like some kind of epiphany like, hey, it's time for me to release these negative people or these negative thoughts, or I need to figure out how I can have this spiritual connection more consistently in my life. And lastly, first quarter moon in Libra, keep your heart open. So my pal-twos, you probably have done a lot of heart healing. A lot of heart healing. However, what I'm hearing for you guys is be careful you don't set boundaries that are crazy. And what that means is when I'm saying keep your heart open, you might have an awakening this week that, or right now, where you realize like, hey, I'm kind of guarded. My heart is pretty guarded. And then that means it's time to do some shadow reflecting. Like, where is the root? Where did this stem from? Why? But that awakening, that epiphany, that feeling is going to make you say, I need to do some work as to figuring out how to set boundaries and how to still keep my heart open, without letting it get stomped on. All right. So where do you need to focus on self-improvement, my pal twos? We have boundaries. Are you kidding? Y'all, literally, I just said it. You got boundaries. Yeah. So you need to focus on either creating better boundaries or bringing down some of those boundaries, because you may be so bubbled in that your heart's not letting love in. So improve your boundaries. Okay. You also have finding your light and growth with summer spirit and the waning moon. So you have to allow yourself to grow, my twos. I feel like by finding your light, which is like your spiritual calling, maybe you need a foundation spiritually. If it's just, I believe in God, that works. But how do you communicate with God? that type of thing. I'm also hearing finding your inner light. What is it that makes you special? And I feel like that's where you can do some self improvement, looking within and really seeing what's my light? What am I meant to bring into this world? And not, and that's different from others. That's just mine. And allow yourself to grow. I'm also hearing that maybe when it comes to growth, either some of you feel guilty because by growing, which is this card, you feel like you're leaving behind people who are not growing and doing the work. And others of you maybe have a fear that through growth, nope, I'm hearing that same thing. Just being concerned with who you have to leave behind and the habits and hobbies you probably have to leave behind in order to grow. All right. Um, yeah, but in doing so, in growing, is how you find your light. All right. Whew. Who is here for pile 2? Y'all done brought the sweat back. Okay. Let's go. All right, pile 2. What new beginning does this moon bring? And you have garden party with embrace the coming of things worth celebrating. So, wow, you're going to have a lot of reasons to celebrate. This new moon will be ushering in new beginnings and things to celebrate. Maybe you're going to go to gatherings. Maybe you're going to be awarded something. Maybe you're going to do some things. But it's just letting me know that maybe you felt like you haven't had a lot of reasons to celebrate. You're about to. And all these zodiac signs coming out. And Libra, balance. You have first quarter moon Libra here too. Okay. Finding balance. Well, just balance. Why did I say finding? So the new beginning coming in for you guys is going to be justice and balance and things coming in that you're like, finally, I'm getting my just due. Finally, the scales are balancing out. And I think we saw justice come through kind of in the weekly vibe. So you should look back and see what day was the card pulled. I think it was Friday. Can't remember. That I showed the person holding the scales. That's going to be a potent day for you, pal twos. All right, where you're going to start to feel like, I finally feel like things are becoming fair, where I don't feel like I'm carrying all these responsibilities, doing all these things for people, getting nothing for it. You're going to finally see the scales balance. Okay, that's going to be a new beginning. Because I do feel like for this pal, maybe you felt like you never have a lot of reasons to celebrate. You always feel like the scales of justice are just not in your favor for things to be fair. That's about to change. Now, what's coming in the next 7 days that's going to surprise you? Two of Wands. All you guys got these like dreams and desires to either go off on some adventure, travel, or like move. I hope that y'all caught that. Two of Wands, because they just told me I'm just now reconnecting. I saw the words. Okay, so anyway, we got Two of Wands, the World. Wow, something new is coming in for you guys the next 7 days. And the Queen of Cups, something that's going to make you emotionally happy, feel real good, like know that you're loved. All right, so a surprise that's going to come in the next 7 days is going to be somewhere that you travel to, somewhere that you go in the next 7 days is going to bring in a whole new cycle for you. Like and it's someplace that you've been wanting to go or you've never been. For many of you, it just feels like some of you are just feeling like, I have the world in my hands right now. What do I want to do with it? Where do I want to go? And it's just whatever you choose to do, it's going to usher in a new cycle. With this World card here, you're getting a whole new beginning in the next 7 days. That's going to seem like you're starting some kind of adventure. I feel for many of you, you're going to feel like you're emotionally finally feeling good, grounded, balanced, happy, loved. Okay. You will know you're loved. And yeah, just very grounded and balanced emotionally. Many of you too, in the next 7 days, something that you intuitively kind of felt, you're gonna see it manifest. But yeah, I really see a new cycle coming in that's gonna surprise you. It does have something to do with somewhere you journey. That's the most it's showing. You're gonna travel somewhere, or you're gonna plan to travel somewhere. And in doing that, it's gonna open up a whole new cycle for you. Where you're just gonna really feel loved and emotionally good. Okay. All right. So, lastly, an intention to set at this time that'll manifest. And you have Voices Magici with raising power that you were drawn to. This has to do with the intention to set at this time that will manifest. This is an intention, not saying the only one. I'm going to go in the book for that card. But you also have Moon in Leo with heroism. Let your inner hero out. Okay. So I'm still getting that. Let me go to the other card first before I tell you. All right. So we're going to look in the book for this one. Card number 35. So I'm like, is some of this like not in English? All right. Yeah, Voces Magici. I know this book is not in English. Oh, I was about to say, stop playing with me. Okay. What number is that? 35. Okay, here it is. Raising power. Now there's Ephesian letters on this card. And I couldn't read what they're saying. Around the mouth of those two faces are words. In the book, it says the words are saying Askai, Kataski, Aaron, Orion, Lor, Mega, Semnayer, Bowie, Phobantia, Simne. Okay, these Ephesian letters were used in the Greek magical papyri in relation to two charms invoking Hecate. These ancient barbarous words invoke a sense of mystery and empowerment. They raise energy and shift the mind into a suitable place for action and affecting change. They represent a need to focus energies on a specific outcome. It is time to step things up. So I am getting that this pile here, using your voice to set your intentions will be powerful. So try to write your intention as an affirmation that you can affirm every day. Write it down, hang it up somewhere, say it out loud, tell it to yourself that this is what you intend. I'm also hearing wow, that went out my head real quick. Let me look again. Maybe it'll give me a cue as to where I was going with that. Okay. So them saying it's time to step up and focus on a specific change. That's what I was talking about. That's what specific outcome. When you set your intention, my pal twos, not only make it an affirmation, but make sure it has a specific outcome that you want when you affirm. Okay. One that is going to bring you really closer to your goals. I feel like they're saying it's time to step it up, meaning stop selling yourself short. Stop saying limiting what you can manifest and really set an intention to manifest what it is you really want. It's time to raise your power. It's really time to step into your power. And I do feel like this power, I keep feeling like your voice is a part of your magic. Maybe you sing, maybe you have a soothing voice for telling stories, Maybe you are a poet and you read spoken word. Whatever the case may be, your voice is powerful. All right. And I do feel like things that you say, or how you say and set your intents, is what affects your life and your mindset. Okay, my twos. Another intention that you could set at this time is to become more empowered. All right. Let your inner hero out. And I don't always feel like hero means you have to be saving someone else. It could just mean you could be standing up for yourself more and being a hero to your own self. But it can also mean for some of you that you need to set the intent that you're either going to be, you got the, you're protected and covered by your guides, but it's also saying that you will also be your own protector and hero as well. And for some of you, maybe your mission and purpose is to stand up for the underdog, speak for those who don't have a voice. And that could be some intent to really put in there. Like, I intend to help those who cannot help themselves, and then you can affirm the things I say hold power, things like that. Okay. That was just an example. But that's what I got for you, my pal twos. I hope this resonated with you. If it did, give me a thumbs up. If you're new here, remember to sub. What is wrong with me right now? To subscribe, because I've been going for like a long time now. That's probably why I'm like this. It's been 2 hours. My God, I didn't even feel it. I go into like the black hole when I'm doing these readings. But anyway, remember, guys, read the description. If this is where we part ways, it'll tell you about all the other ways we could vibe, the other platforms that we could connect on, and how you could join me on Bonessa Journey to Guinea, West Africa, into the new year, where I hope to meet all of you and do some STEAM sessions on the beaches of Africa, connecting to our ancestors and all that good stuff. So on that note, my pal twos, peace, blessings, and all the goodies that come from being a part of this family of light. And I'm going to move on to pal 3. Love you. All right. If you were drawn to pal 3, which I was. At first I was looking at pal 2 like, because I was drawn to the top card because I love the color yellow. But I was feeling the red jasper pyramid. So I'm with y'all here in pal 3. If you chose 3, hopefully we get a beautiful read like all the other the other 2 pals did. So pal 3, you're drawn to this red jasper pyramid. Okay. I feel like you're getting an energy boost. Red jasper increases energy. It could be sexual energy. It could just be physical, just activity energy. But the next few days, you're going to feel your energy increasing, like feeling like your energy is higher than it's been in a long time. Okay. You're getting an energy boost this week. So let's get right into this. We're drawn also to the card Pharmakeia. What is that, like a pharmacy? When I looked at it, it made me think of medicine and herbs, healing herbs, and that's what drew me to it. But the bottom of the card says knowledge. All right. So I'm going to put this to the side. If you're just joining us and you say, well, pal 3 must be for me since I'm just coming here, welcome. Okay. I've done that before, gotten to an Intuit's live and they were already up to a pal. And I said, okay, I guess this is what I need to hear. All right. What awakening will this new moon reveal for my pal 3s? The answers you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini. So trusting, you're going to have an awakening this week where you're going to feel like things that stumped you, you're going to get the answer to. Like if you've been trying to figure out, like, I don't know what to do about this certain person, or I don't know what to do about this specific situation. An awakening you're going to get this week is as like what to do, what you should do, what should be your next move, your next step. Okay. You also have work through your fears. New moon in Scorpio. So I do feel like you're also going to be awakened to where your fears are holding you back. You may still have a few fears that get in the way of your progress, pile threes. Last quarter moon in Virgo, interesting. Well, attend to the details. We get a Virgo card. And first quarter moon in Cancer, push through any insecurity. So there's a lot of fear, a little bit of fear that you're going to be realizing. I feel like my pile threes, your awakening is going to be, number one. All right, we already got answers that you need are going to be coming to you, like things that you just question, you don't know what to do about. You're going to get the guidance, you're going to get the answer. But with work through your fears and then push through any insecurity. I feel like you're going to be have an awakening, or you're awakening now to the fact that there are still some insecurities and fears that hold you back. All right. And you're going to be awakening to what they are and getting to the root causes of them. And with attend to the details, last quarter moon in Virgo. Now, I thought I attended to the details, like turned off my phone calls, but I'm still getting them. So with last quarter, no, I don't want this vibrating sound in my session. Okay. So with last quarter moon in Virgo, attend to the details. What I'm seeing for you, my pal threes, is you are going to be awakening to where you are just going, and not stopping to make sure that everything is right. Everything is in alignment. Everything is well planned out. So you may get an awakening or feel one now where you're going to start to realize, I have to be more conscious of the details of the things I want to call in or the things I want to do. Otherwise, that's how you end up with disappointments and stuff, because you left out maybe a very important detail. All right. And yeah, so I feel like for this pal, making the list, what that I mentioned earlier, is going to be very helpful. All right. Now, where do you need to focus on self-improvement? And I feel like this pal, with all these with insecurities and fears, I don't really feel like there's major self-improvement. But let me shut up. That's me because I chose this pal. Let's see what the cards say. Faith. Need to improve our faith on self-improvement. And that to me also means faith in self. I don't feel like we struggle with faith in our spirit guide team. I feel like there's moments where you might be like, what the hell's going on? Why isn't this manifesting? What are y'all doing? Where are y'all guiding me? But faith in yourself can falter, where you start to feel like, maybe I'm just not meant to do this. Maybe I just can't do it. Maybe this just ain't my calling. So you need to focus on improving your faith in your abilities to manifest and give birth to the creative ideas, any ideas and thoughts that are for the better good of all, to be able to manifest and come to fruition. You also have creativity. Literally, creativity. Why did that one fly out my hand? And balance, another pile requiring balance. But I'm getting these two together: creativity, balance, balance, creativity, balance, creativity. Where do you need to focus on self-improvement? You need to balance creativity. You need to put more creativity into your life. This is that card for that. Okay. There's a need for you to do more creative work. Maybe you're very creative and you have not been focusing on your actual creative talent. They're saying at this time, that's where you need to focus, and bring it into balance with the rest of your life. Your creative, this pal's giving me that your creativity is a part of your life. So it's like you really need to have faith in yourself that you can actually be prosperous based off of your creativity alone. And that's where I feel there's fears and insecurities. So this is all synchronized and making a lot of sense in regards to where you need to do self-improvement. All right. Now, what new beginning does this moon bring in for Pal 3? We have Flower Wand with what was once will no longer allow for what must come to be. It is time to let it go. So I feel like you're shedding the past completely. That's going to be your new beginning. Old mindsets, old circles of friends that don't serve positive energy in your life. Um, yeah, you're getting a new beginning in what you attract to yourself. Maybe you attracted and called in different things because you were in a different place mentally, emotionally at the time. But now it's like new things are growing with Flower Wand. It's like the seeds you planted in your attempts to heal, to better yourself, to self improve are going to be blossoming, and the old cannot come with it. So it's time for you to shed, to let go. All right. And that's going to be your new beginning. You're going to be seeing a lot of things falling to the wayside, a lot of people falling to the wayside as your interest changes, your focus changes. And yeah, it's going to be your new beginning. It's going to be you stepping in. I'm almost hearing like a flower, like blossoming, finally blooming, and seeing that you're amongst like flowers, not flowers that don't match your vibe. That's the only way metaphor I could give. All right. You also have Aquarius energy, which is my moon sign, with collaborate. So I do see prosperity and abundance coming from doing stuff together, collaborating with someone. You're going to have a new beginning in some kind of partnership. If you're already partnered with someone, you're going to see like the love you have for this partnership or abundance start to really flow. If this is a work thing, you're going to end up collaborating with someone that's going to bring a lot of abundance. Like I'm hearing blessings, wish fulfillment coming in. All right. That's the house of Aquarius. Okay. It's the house of blessings and wish fulfillment and just really manifesting the things that you wanted. And it's card number 11, which is a master manifesting number. So it lets me know this pal here, watch your thoughts because your thoughts become your reality. Okay. So new beginnings in a collaboration, working together with someone or other people or in a relationship. But I'm really feeling like it could be more. Well, no, they said it could be anything. General read, could be business, partnership, romance, friendship, whatever. But the collaboration is going to bring a lot of blessings in and a new beginning. And it's going to be in alignment with who you've become after you've let go of the past. So something coming in the next 7 days that'll surprise my pal threes. We have the King of Wands. I want to bring these closer. They're so tiny. The King of Wands. The Two of Swords. And the King of Cups. I don't want to show him. Okay, well, you get it. Okay, so something coming in the next 7 days that will surprise you, my pal threes. For some of you, it's going to be choosing. You're going to have to make a choice, literally, between two things or two people. And it's going to be a surprise because you're not going to expect it. But with the Two of Swords here, it's like it's like you have to make a choice that you don't really want to make. You know, you don't want to make this choice. So I'm getting two messages for you guys. On some of you in the next 7 days, a surprise that's going to come in is you're going to have two people that want your heart or your attention or want to collaborate or be your friend. But these two people are two different energies, and you're going to have to choose who you're going to work with, collaborate with. It could also be a romance. You might have two suitors coming in the next 7 days where you don't want to have to choose, but you're going to have to choose. It feels like two masculine energies, though. A king of wands, a king of cups, or someone who carries those energies in a masculine sense. A king of cups is very emotionally grounded. Um, they have a great balance between their emotions and how they express themselves. They're creative, very creative, and calm and chill. Then you have the king of wands on the other side, who's like, look at me, I'm here, I'm the man, I'm the one, I'm shining, I look good, I go after all that I want, and I get it. So some of you, you're going to be surprised that you're going to have to choose between two suitors. Others of you, you're going to be surprised when you have to choose between two, it could be friends, it might be two friends. But what I am feeling for a lot of you is it's like two aspects of you. Could be you, where on one end, you're out there, you're in this Leo energy of the king of wands and shining and standing in your light and going after the things you want. And then on the other end is this king of cups, this more Piscean or Aquarian energy where it's more emotionally based and not so much about passion. It's more about feeling, loving, and things like that. And so it's like almost a choice between the two or trying to find a balance. What a weird surprise to show up in the next 7 days. For some of you, it's going to be two opportunities. One that is a creative calling and one that's more ambitious, where it's like, okay, this explores my creativity, makes me feel emotionally good. I'm not sure where it's going to take me, but it feels good. And then the other one where it's like, oh, this sparks my passion. This gets my energy going. I know if I reach this goal, I will be respected and recognized and I'll make a lot of money. So it's like two energies like that you're going to be surprised you have to choose between. And I don't know how they're going to show up. I am going to cheat and I'm going to get clarity for us because I chose this pal. All the other pals was clear. Like, why is our next 7 days surprise? Like, you got to make a choice and good luck. So can I get clarity on this king of wands and king of cups? Some kind of transformation in the ace of cups. Wow. Okay. So there's something with this king of wands energy. The death card clarified it, meaning transformation, a huge death and rebirth. This could be somebody coming back into your life who has changed and they feel like, hey, I'm different now, won't be with me. But at one point, being the king of wands, they might have been a player. They might have been like arrogant and feeling like they could get everybody they want. Now this person may show up again, changed. And I feel like with this energy too, if it's not a person and it's actually an opportunity, it feels like an opportunity that at one point you felt like you could reach and you would be in a spotlight and you'd be seen and recognized and you get this opportunity or whatever. And then you didn't, and you might have let it go. Well, now the energy around it has transformed and it's going to come back into your life. Like, here's the opportunity again. Do you want to? If you see it coming in again, it's not going to look the same. It's going to be difficult for you to choose. On the other side, we have a king of cups. With clarification, the ace of cups. That's your new beginning at love. That is a new beginning. This could be a new lover, someone you've been with that you just have a new love energy growing for. It could actually be something you want to do that you really, really love. And it's going to be a new beginning at it. So it's like choosing, if you're choosing between two people, it's like choosing between the person who has been showing you love from the start, who has always been there, and someone who was a jackass at one point, but now they're coming back like, hey, I'm changed. And you're going to have to decide. Then for others of you, it could be two opportunities that at one time, one sparked your creativity, the other your passion, and you've been staying with the one that is allowing you to be creative. However, now this one that you felt passionate about is going to be coming back in for another round. You're going to have to decide. I feel like it's not necessarily that you might have to decide between one or the other, but there's going to be a choice that you have to make. Even if it's like, I'm going to try to chase my love and passion and make it into one. Whatever it is, you have a choice. And it's going to surprise you when it comes up, because I feel like you're not going to be expecting this. It's just going to show up and be like, okay, now decide. So let's finally get to an intention to set at this time that will manifest for my Pal 3s. And you were drawn to pharmakeia, which is a part of that intention. And it says knowledge. And you also have, wow, y'all going to be feeling this Virgo energy because you have eclipse in Virgo. Reorganization. So you might want to set an intent to choose duties and responsibilities carefully. Don't let yourself take on more than you can chew. So an intention that will manifest for you is if you want to set an intention to choose your duties and responsibilities carefully, you'll see it manifest in that you'll find you have less of a burden on you. You're taking on less and only accepting to do things that you know you can actually get done without feeling overwhelmed and stressed. Now, with pharmakeia, knowledge, I'm going to have to look in the book because that's in another language. But I'm assuming pharmakeia must be pharmacy. Okay. It just fell in my lap when I said that. So maybe I'm right. All righty. Pal 3s. Okay, here it is. So, right, the seers of old applied wisdom devised from the knowledge of plants. I'm sorry, I'm reading the wrong line. The Wiccan of old applied wisdom devised from the knowledge of plants that could either kill or cure. I knew this made me feel like it was herbs, or you see the green growing. All right. This brought about their notoriety as the first great sorcerers. These gifts of sorceress power are often linked back to Hecate and her role as queen of witches. To be wise is to apply knowledge with reason. Don't assume that because you know something to be true for you, that it will be universally true for everyone else. Hone your skills, play to your strengths, learn and question. And that is an intent that you can set that'll manifest. To intend to focus on where you're strong, where you have strengths, and learn more to improve those skills. And I think you will see your knowledge increase in a certain area if you truly set the intention to increase your knowledge about something, to learn more about something. And I think it's a good time at this time to increase your knowledge about something that you want to do. It could be even buying a house. It could be moving to another town. It could be a job or career you want to promote yourself to. Okay. Or if you want to get into a certain business, or even if you need to learn more about parenting and stuff like that. So that's what I got for you, Pal 3. I hope this resonated. Good Lord, it was a lot. Give me a thumbs up if it did. If you're new here, remember to subscribe. All right. We're always welcoming light workers into this family of light. So remember to subscribe. Remember to give me a thumbs up. It keeps me in the algorithm so we can keep on reaching other light workers who can't find us. Share it. Commenting is very important. It really, really helps me connect to you energetically. And your guides connect to me stronger in that way. Read the description, y'all. It will tell you about all the other platforms you could connect with me on. how you can book a personal reading, join a workshop, and travel with me on Bonessa journey to West Africa into the new year. And for those of you who are kind of like, oh, I've never been there, I don't know, go to my other channel, The Inseparables, okay? And there I have videos of my union leading up to my marriage with my husband in Guinea. In those videos, you can see where we'll be staying, places we're gonna go, and things we're going to do. But there's going to be so much more going on this trip because we're celebrating the new year. So, and we're going to an extra spot we didn't go to before called Kindia, which is beautiful, has waterfalls and all that stuff. I'm so excited. I can't wait to do like meditative work in some of these spots, nonetheless drum and dance and all that good stuff. So I hope you all will join me. I do have some Bonessa ambassadors, people who have deals if you go with a buddy. So if any of them watch this, I hope they put their information in the comments so that you could connect with one of them and get this buddy travel deal that is only available through an ambassador. Okay. On that note, I love you guys. Thank you for being here with me. If you stayed for the whole session, let me tell you, if you stay for the whole session, I'm pulling you an extra card. Whoever is here and you is here for the whole session, I'm gonna give you an extra card to take for today. This ain't the deck I meant to pick up. That's crazy. Y'all, I didn't mean to pick up this deck, but we're going to accept it because it says Venus, love and abundance. We got love and abundance coming in. All you that sat here and stayed through this whole thing, you're going to be experiencing some love coming in this week. It could be like either in support. Maybe you do work where you need to feel supported by people. You're going to feel that love. If you're in a relationship and you've been really working hard on that relationship, you're going to feel that love increase, that connection increase, and abundance. What is it that you want more of? You're going to start seeing it and feeling it coming in this week. Hey, sunshine and lake. Well, you guys got love and abundance coming in this week. Maybe love coming in abundance. But either way, good stuff. That was a good card to get. I swear I really did not mean to pick up the Black Lilith deck. But hey, I'm good with this card. We good with this. We will take it. Love and abundance coming in this week. Affirm it, claim it. Sending y'all so much light and love on your journey. I'm not sweating anymore. Yay, it's over. Peace, blessings, and all the goodies that come from being a part of this family of light. Love y'all. Bye. Now you're going to watch me get up and stop the video. That's the busted part of doing a live, right?